6:30 in the morning. He's regular routines, going to work.
Ever since their father's arrest by ICE in early November near the landing in Renton,
he pulls over, rolls the window down, and they put their arms in there, just reach out, open the door, take his keys, and just take him in and put him in one of the SUV vans.
Luis and his sister Izzy have been wondering, how did ICE find their dad?
That doesn't seem like a regular pullover random. They did say his name, so seems more of they were watching routine.
Now, researchers at the University of Washington say they have an answer. Their new report traces how immigration agents tracked down Nelson Eduardo Picazo Sanchez.
Here it says DOL. That was a query of Washington DOL data.
Last July, the King 5 investigators revealed the Washington State Department of Licensing, or DOL, was sharing driver information with immigration enforcement against state law.
Protect our data, that's a fact!
After the report, state leaders assured the public that access was cut off. But this new UW Center for Human Rights report says federal agents kept getting Washington driver data using a different system.
Personally, I think that's very disappointing, right? Because it's happened before.
Angelina Godoy is the director of the center and the report's primary author.
This isn't the first time, not the second time, not even the third time that they've been caught not doing what they said.
The report shows immigration agents used a switchboard called Access, a messaging system run by the Washington State Patrol to send requests into a national information network. It allowed them to pull up data about Washington drivers and vehicles from the Department of Licensing. Agents only need to put in a license plate to run the search.
A significant percentage of the arrests were arrests that occurred either right near like a Home Depot or a Lowe's or right near a Latino market. It enables racial profiling when all you need to go to a location where you think a given ethnicity congregates and then just run the plates of everybody that you see.
In Sanchez's case, Godoy says records from Washington State Patrol show
CBP made a registration query, and the registration queries go to the DOL. This is their response output message.
Immigration agents arrested Sanchez on November 4th. The UW found federal agents made at least 7 other arrests using the workaround tactic with the system called Access, run by the State Patrol. Most of them showed agents made the arrests within minutes of running the search. In one case, agents searched at 7:09 a.m. and made the arrest less than 40 minutes later at 7:45 a.m.
They can run their plates from the plate search. Then they obtain the name of the registered driver of that vehicle, and they can then either within NLITS itself or in ICE's own databases run that name and see if that person has any kind of immigration record. And if they do, they pull them over.
UW says when the State Patrol found out the data was getting accessed through their system, they said they cut it off to ICE mid-November. But experts at UW say there are ways around that. There are other federal agencies like Border Patrol that could still be using this to track people down.
So just shutting down access to ICE doesn't fix the problem?
Absolutely not. If they're working shoulder to shoulder to CBP and one of those agents is denied access and the one right next to him in the operation has open access, doesn't do anything to stop the operation.
He's just a regular tax-paying civilian who goes work 9 to 5 just like anyone else.
For Luis and Izzy, the report just confirms their fear. Their dad was on his way to work and somewhere, someone ran his plate before agents called him by name.
I felt like it wasn't me finding that out. It was like this little me, because I've always been a daddy's girl. So it just felt like me as a little girl just getting my dad ripped away from me.
State Patrol and the DOL slammed UW's report, saying it leaves out key context. But as for the part of still allowing CBP to access the messaging system, they say they're evaluating next steps. In the newsroom, sharing you King 5 News.